things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas Tech's offense will be first on the attack. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep them blocked. The noise.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for...
There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going to take a shot on second and short. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on first and goal. He'll take it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on second and goal? And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And he takes it in. for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Gets it out quickly. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defender.
It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He'll pull it down and run. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. He leaves it with his back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Stone. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Gives it on the option. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12. The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Great job by the back on the option. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Pulls and fires complete. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. This time he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The run from the shotgun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Finds a spot in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Owens. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Baker. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. On the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on third down. Pushes ahead. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here comes the field goal unit. Neil blew one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it's no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. It's Owens. Out of the backfield, he's open. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Use the play fake now to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnston. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Owens. Safe completion on the screen. Runs through a tackle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Complete to start this drive. At midfield, he's got room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Hand off from the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Pulls it in. It's Johnston. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the ground, it's Johnston. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield. Got the big play.
Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Bringing the heat. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for it, rub it in your face, eat that. I don't like the other coach.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football, and they got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Scanning the field, it's Owens. Makes the grab, it's Baker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.